Hello everybody, it's that college football guy here with another video. Well, it's time for the Thursday bowl game show. Reviewing the 4 bowl games that happened last night. We had a couple of great ones. Oregon, North Carolina was a fantastic game. Arkansas and Kansas lived up to the hype. 3 overtimes, man. But first and foremost, we got 3 games we're predicting for today. First and foremost, get the housekeeping out the way. Everyone, please smash the like button. It helps with the algorithm, helps with the analytics, helps the video to be seen by more people. Comment on the video. I love to hear from everybody. And subscribe to the channel. On our way to 300 subscribers. Remember, if you're subscribed to the channel, you're going to subscribe. Make sure you hit the notifications bell. Let you know when I post a video. I post one every single day, or at least try to. First and foremost, let's get to the 4 bowl games that happened yesterday. First off, the Military Bowl. Duke and UCF. Duke beats UCF 30-13. Let me get this here. I can read it. Riley Leonard, the starting quarterback of Duke, 19-28, 173 yards rushing, plus 10 carries for 63 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Team rushing all for Duke is 40 carries for 177 yards and 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Duke had 6 sacks, an INT, and a fumble recovery. Darius Joyner had a sack and a fumble recovery. Cam Dillon had 2 sacks. So congratulations to Duke on getting it done on both sides of the ball and getting that bowl win. Liberty Bowl. Man. Arkansas beats Kansas 55-53 in 3 overtimes. I mean, it was 24-7 Arkansas at the end of the first. And then Kansas outscores Arkansas 18-0 in the 4th quarter to tie this up. First 2 overtimes were even, but the 3rd overtime was the difference maker. So first and foremost, to get some Arkansas stats in since they won. KJ Jefferson, excuse me, 19-29, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns and an INT. Plus 14 carries for 130 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. He got it done. Matt Landis, the receiver, big play Matt, 3 receptions, a $121 with a touchdown. Just got it done. Rashad Dubinion, 20 carries for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. The defense had 3 sacks and 2 INTs. Sum up the game, it was back and forth, back and forth. Arkansas to lead, Kansas comes back. Matched each other first overtime, second overtime. 3rd overtime is when the 2-point conversion starts. 2-point for 2-point. Arkansas got a 2-point conversion, but they stopped Kansas. They stopped Kansas and got the hard-fought win. Congratulations to Arkansas winning the Liberty Bowl. The Holiday Bowl. Man. Oregon and North Carolina. Oregon survives against North Carolina 28-17. 14-point favorite, and you barely win. Bo Nix, 23-30, 205 yards with 2 touchdowns and an INT. Irving, the halfback, 13 carries, 149 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Oregon were down big in this game, late. And they scored 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, including a 6-yard TD pass by Bo Nix to Chase Costa with 19 seconds left that sealed this game. You have a chance to watch the highlights, too. It's an entertaining game. And the Texas Bowl. I picked Ole Miss to be Texas Tech because I figured Texas Tech... But I've gone against Texas Tech so many times, and I bit it again. Texas Tech beats up Ole Miss 42-25. Tyler Show, 24, I believe that's how you say his name. Correct me in the comments. 24-39, 242 yards and a touchdown with an INT, plus 26 carries for 111 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Fuani, I believe is a receiver's name. 7 receptions for 100 yards. Defensively, Texas Tech forced 5 turnovers, 3 INTs and 2 fumble recoveries, and Didion Taylor Dennison, I believe you say his name, Demerson. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. 1 INT and a fumble recovery. So, congratulations to Texas Tech. Proved me wrong yet again. And got a great bowl win. Now, let's talk about the games going on today. 2 p.m. Eastern, which is not far for long. The Pinstripe Bowl. Yeah, it's taking place in Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. 7-5 Syracuse versus 8-4 Minnesota. Syracuse has lost 5 of their last 6 games. I mean, they lost 5 in a row that they won the last season of the game. Their offensive coordinator, Robert Nanai, left the game to take over to become the new OC at NC State, so he's staying in conference. I mean, the thing about this game is kind of funny. Syracuse and Minnesota have the same scoring average, 28.3 points per game, so that's an exact match. Syracuse is 76th in passing, 77th in rushing. Minnesota is 68th in passing, 11th in rushing. Michael Ibrahim, who should have gotten a nod possibly for going for the Heisman, 1,594 yards rushing. A beast. By the way, said Nye's no longer playing, will not be coaching for Syracuse. QB coach Jason Beck will be the interim offensive coordinator. Leading rusher Sean Tucker here opted out, prepare for the NFL draft. So that's really going to hurt Syracuse. Defensively, Syracuse also lost a defensive coordinator, Tony White, who left to become the defensive coordinator at Nebraska. So they lost both coordinators. They're giving up scoring 28, giving up 22. They're 19th against the pass and 68th against the run. Minnesota, primary, is not a passing team. I mean, they're 68th in passing, 11th in rushing. Ibrahim's the beast, and that's Syracuse's weakness. Remember I said Syracuse gives up 22.7 points per game. Minnesota gives up 13.3. They're just 8th against the pass, 15th against the run. But linebackers Braylon Oliver and safety Michael Dixon are both in the portal. So they're going to be down a little bit. And for Minnesota, their quarterback Tanner Morgan is injured, listed as questionable for this game. And Athan Kadiakmanis, I believe his name is positioned to possibly be the starter for this game. It's unknown. Minnesota's a 9.5-point favorite, and it comes down to this. Ibrahim is playing. He's a running back. The strength of Minnesota's offense is rushing, and the major weakness of Syracuse's defense is rushing, and you don't have a defensive coordinator. You don't have your offensive coordinator. Hence the reason Minnesota's up by 9.5, and I got to pick Minnesota to win. All right, the Cheez-It Bowl, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. I don't make up the names, folks. 6-6 Oklahoma at 9-3 Florida State. Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback from Oklahoma, formerly from UCF, 24 touchdowns, 6 INTs, 2,925 yards passing. The big problem, and they're 43rd in passing, 11th in rushing, but their biggest problem is both starting offensive tackles, Eric Gray, the Tennessee transfer, who's their running back, have all opted out to declare for the NFL draft. I mean, they're 25th in scoring, but can Gabriel play with both offensive tackles gone and playing with backups against Florida State? Oklahoma, you brought in Brent Venables to help the defense. They're 103rd against the pass and 104th against the run. They're absolutely horrible. They're 87th in scoring defense. And defensive tackle Jalen Redmond, he also opted out for the NFL draft. For Florida State, they've won 5 straight. Jordan Travis, 22 TDs, 4 INTs, 2,796 yards passing, plus 7 rushing touchdowns. Troy Benson, their running back, needs 35 yards to crack 1,000. He's averaging 6.8 yards per carry against the 104th ranked rush defense. Yikes. They're 20th in rushing, 37th in passing, 19th in scoring. A dominant offense. Defensively, they're far better. I mean, I would go to the stats here, but let me give you this. They're 64th against the run. They're 4th in the country against the pass. 19th in scoring defense. 17th in scoring defense, excuse me. I mean, Jared Verse, 7.5 sacks. Greedy Vance, love the name. Greedy Vance, the defensive back for Florida State's got 8 picks. They really have no major injuries, and they don't have really any players in the transfer portal. So an intact team that plays offense and plays defense versus a team that's got a lot of their players gone with a subpar defense. And what a surprise, folks. Florida State's a 9.5-point favorite. I'm picking Florida State to win this one. This just looks bad. And the last game, 9 p.m. Eastern, the Alamo Bowl. I wonder where that's going to be played at. No, San Antonio, Texas. 8-4 Texas versus 10-2 Washington. Folks, they gave Texas a 3.5-point favorite. Don't get it. I just don't. I don't get it. Okay. Bijan Robinson, all-world running back, declared for the NFL draft. He's opted out. He won't be there. They're 16th in scoring, 23rd in rushing. Well, Bijan gone, the rushing's gone. They're 61st in passing. Quinn Ewers, 14 TDs, 6 INTs, 1,808 yards. Can he carry the Texas offense? I mean, their defense has been subpar. They're 90th against the pass, 29th against the run. They have the 29th ranked scoring defense. Texas, they're good against the run, but the pass, they're absolutely horrible. What does Washington do real well? Throw the football. They have, this is the year 1 for head coach. Let me get this right now. Kalen DeBoer, first year as a head coach. Michael Penix Jr., the transfer, 29 TDs, 7 INTs, 4,354 yards. So they know they're going to sling it. They're 6th in the nation in scoring. They're 83rd in rushing. Great, Texas. You have a great run defense against a team that doesn't run. You have the 90th ranked pass defense versus the number 1 passing offense in the country. Yeah, but there is one concern. I forgot his name. I didn't write it down. The starting tight end, Jake something. I apologize for that, folks. We're not writing his name down. He had a concussion at the end of the season, so he may be doubtful or questionable for this game. He is one concern. The safety blanket for Michael Penix is gone, so that is a concern. Washington is 92nd in pass defense, but they're 35th in rush defense, which is Texas' strength, 64th in scoring defense. So let's see. A bottom third pass defense versus the number 1 passing offense in the country. Your team is an offense based on the run, Texas, and your number 1 back is gone. With a quarterback that has not even thrown for 2,000 yards this year. And you're favored by 3.5. You're favored. No, I'm going with the Sharks. I'm picking Washington to blow the doors off of Texas here. Texas could win this. I'm not saying they can't. I just got a feeling that Washington's going to want to shut Texas up in their own state. I just have that feeling. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Let me know what you think about this. So please, everybody, thank you, everybody, for watching the video. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think about my 3 predictions. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Everybody has a great Thursday. Please, everybody, be good to each other.